Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox, and this has been a long time coming. While the Marvel movies have always fascinated me, I think ever since Age of Ultron and the promise of Marvel's Phase 3 slate, titles such as Civil War, Thor Ragnarok, and of course Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and 2 all had me fully engrossed into the cinematic universe. Now of course Infinity War is no longer Parts 1 and 2, with Avengers 4 currently lacking a title, but so far everything else in Phase 3 has been nothing short of phenomenal. I mean sure, Ant-Man and the Wasp kinda lost momentum, but it was a side story. Nothing more than just a chess piece in Kevin Feige's amazing game. This game Feige is playing is between him, the MCU as a whole, and us, the audience. The fans, those who can't wait to see what happens next. And I love these properties so much that it never really made much sense to just not make content around it. So without further ado, here is the first of many Marvel theories here on the Roundtable. Starting with the next piece of the chess game, Captain Marvel, both the movie and the character. Without a doubt, one of the biggest questions Infinity War has left the audience is, where was Captain Marvel? Why is Nick Fury only now calling upon her? In this dire, apocalyptic situation, with half of the universe gone in the snap of a finger. Now, the most popular theories around Captain Marvel's location is either, oh, she's out in deep space, and it'll tie back to the Kree Skrull War that will be explored in her solo film. Others have speculated that maybe she's in the past. After all, the Captain Marvel solo film has been stated to take place in the 90s. And that there's a reason for its time period. But personally, I'm not a big fan of that idea either. And let's say Captain Marvel was traveling through time and eliminating Skrulls throughout history. Wouldn't she be able to just travel back to the source of everything? Eliminate the first Skrull so there won't be any throughout history. So she doesn't have to travel throughout various periods in time. When it comes to Captain Marvel's location, I have an idea of my own. Nick Fury seemed confident in contacting Carol despite the circumstances he found himself in. I believe Carol was exempt from the snapshot and never contacted before now, not because she's in deep space or stuck somewhere in time, but because she's on another Earth. She's in another universe, another reality. Now let's backtrack a little to the source material. The multiverse, and different Earths within, is nothing new to the Marvel Comics. The main Earth being Earth 616. Hell, in the comics, even our reality exists as Earth 1218. The MCU itself even has an official number, Earth 19999. That's a lot of nines in consecutive order. Alright, but how did I come to the conclusion that Carol isn't on Earth 19999? I really hope I said the right amount of nines there. Well, this goes beyond just the film Captain Marvel and beyond Avengers 4, taking into account the future of the MCU as a whole. Moving into Phase 4, it's time to introduce the multiverse to the MCU beyond Earth 19999. And with how crowded Avengers 4 is already going to be, it may be a tad overwhelming to the audience to throw in the multiverse, such a grand concept, in the mix of everything else they're stirring into the pot. Thus, the final feature before Avengers 4, Captain Marvel's solo film, may find her in a fish-out-of-water story, where she ends up in Earth 19999 through quantum realm shenanigans. Something slated to be important to the film's plot. We know the quantum realm seems to be a very powerful aspect of the MCU. We don't even fully understand it yet, but we know there's various ways to access it, whether it be magic or Pym particles. And if we go off Ant-Man and the Wasp post-credit scene, according to Janet moments before being dusted, she informed Scott to avoid any time vortexes, which I assume was Avengers 4 setup. So if the quantum realm is capable of sending people through time, I think it may also be capable of sending people through different dimensions, different realities, considering the fact it seems to be a dimension, a reality of its own, and it can be accessed through Earth 19999. Again, I hope I'm saying the right amount of nines. So if one reality can access the quantum realm, why can't another? And again, we know the quantum realm is integral in Captain Marvel's plot. A lot of people speculate it may be the source of her powers, but I'm not so sure. The only way I envision the quantum realm being utilized is if we're going to explore a new aspect of it. In this case, traveling between different realities. I believe Captain Marvel will return home to her Earth at the end of the film, but keeps in touch with Fury with his pager. His distress call to the heroine will cause her to make her way to our hero's reality. She was always Fury's last-ditch effort, not just due to her immense power, but because no matter what happens in Fury's reality, hers would remain unaffected. And plus, if we revisit Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Those films and the characters within always emphasize the specific wording of our reality or your reality. This intricate wording that I believe will have major payoff as we finally get introduced to another Earth that still takes place in the MCU. Now, there's been a lot of talk that Captain Marvel will be the future of the MCU, that she could work her way up as the new leader of the Avengers. But if that's not her home reality, why would she? Well, if her reality is safe, but the main reality we're used to watching is still in peril, having new threats that will always emerge, she may decide, well, it's time to move, finding a new life and home with the rest of the Avengers. At least, those who survive the upcoming epic conclusion. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. Do you believe Captain Marvel's on another Earth? Why? Why not? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts directly to me at AwestruckVox, or at the Roundtable on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at RoundtableVids. If you want to help the Roundtable Girls, support us on Patreon. Get access to exclusive perks and have your name featured at the end of the video like all these beautiful, wonderful people. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, stay in the loop with all things animation, and if you want me to talk more about the MCU, let me know. I would love to. I have so many theories, and honestly, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. AwestruckVox, out.